On Trots TV, it's time to catch up with what's happening for the owners in the sport of New South Wales with harness racing. We're going to catch up with the President and also the Vice President of the New South Wales Standardbred Owners Association. Peter Neal, the President, is joining us. Thanks for your time, Pete.
Thanks very much, Craig.
And Daniel Cordina is joining us as well, the Vice President. Thanks for your time, Daniel.
Thanks, Greg.
Pete, let's firstly to you. Let's talk about this association and how important the role it is in the industry of harness racing in New South Wales.
Yeah, look, the Owners Association is the new version of what was the, I think it was called the Advisory Board, and it's one of the accredited bodies, along with the breeders and also the UHRA, representing trainers and drivers, who have representation and should be the voice of the industry. On a consultant's report that was prepared for harness racing, note in New South Wales, with approximately 10,000 participants, owners and trainer drivers, and the accredited bodies collectively have representation of about 10%. It's important that the participants support these accredited bodies because under the Racing Act, the accredited body through HRICG are the voice of the industry, and in fact they can determine the future of the industry, but they have to be active and support their associations.
Daniel, to you, what's some of the benefits for being in the Owners Association?
Well, look, some of the benefits they're untapped really at this stage. We're looking at, say, for this year, we've got, I think, 9 or 10 different clubs going to run these $1,000 bonus races, and it's the full program at each venue. We've got the awards night coming up in September, October this year, and we're also we've run two membership prizes that with overseas trips. So for a $50 joining fee, I think the remunerations to some of the members are quite extensive.
Peter, to you, if people want a voice in the industry, then it's important that, especially the owners, they join the association to have that ability to speak to the governing body and tell them how tough it is as an owner and what changes can be made to make it easier.
That's exactly right. And to that end, the Owners Association organised an industry participants meeting at Penrith in January. There were still residual problems that people were having with the new handicapping programming system, and was well attended. People had their say, and those outcomes were summarised, presented to HRICG, which recommended they go to the board. And as a matter of fact, today we have a formal response from the board, which will then emphasise, make people aware of. And the point being that if you don't participate, don't support your association, then you can't really complain about what happens because nobody did them. We're all capable of changing the direction, and for $50, Daniel said, it's a pretty small price to pay, and you get economic benefit anyway. You also have a pretty powerful voice.
Pete, what about the bonus race series? Can you run us through the history of that and also the plans for 2015?
It was actually an initiative from one of our committee, Peter Plummer, and he was aware of a scheme that was operating in Victoria, so we modified it pretty heavily and introduced it in 2011. So we've been running the bonus scheme for about 4 years. As Daniel said, we're being supported by a number of coach clubs: Penrith Park, Stubbo, Newcastle, Young, Wagga, Bathurst, Melbourne, Bankstown, and the Principal Club, of course. And harness racing also supported it, and were happy to make a contribution where a winning horse was eligible for the New South Wales Breeders' Challenge. And as Daniel said, the last 2 years, if I look at the history over the last 4 years, we've probably dispersed about $70,000, which is, pretty pleasing given that we're coming from a zero. And we've recently introduced a rope for the winning owner, and we have a ceremony, we get photographs, and, the owners get a little bit of recognition, which, I think most owners would quietly be chuffed about. 2015, we're going to run the race series in September, October, because last season we had a bit of a clash with some of the Breeders' Challenge heats, finals, whatever. We certainly don't want conflict with the Carnival Cups. And I think in that time, the early part of the new season, I think it's an opportunity for the horse to be placed. And as Daniel said, it's a full program, so every race on the program carries the up to $1,000 bonus. And I'm pretty sure for the owners that win the bonus, it's well received, and I know the trainers support it, and the race clubs certainly support the series as well.
Daniel, for people who are out there watching this and thinking, well, how can I become a member of the Owners Association? What do they do?
Well, all they need to do, Greg, is get onto the New South Wales Standard Owners Association website at www.nswsoa.org.au and go to the contact. There's a membership page there, and you can just fill in the application, and you can either direct deposit or pay by cheque, or they've got all the information there. Just go to the Join tab on the New South Wales Association website, and it gives you all the information you need to become a member.
All right then, gentlemen. Well, thank you very much for joining me today on Trots TV. We'll do this every month. We'll have a regular chat about what's happening with the Owners Association, and I look forward to catching up with you guys next month.